started, it was just me taking my wisdom and sharing it with all the people I came in contact with, whether they were my candidate or whether they were somebody that was referred to me. But now, after doing this for some 20 years and having 56,000 users in 75 countries,
Hi, my name is Judy Collins, and I'm the Executive Director of the United States Staffing Association. And I'm very happy today to be talking with Michael Neece, and he is the founder of Interview Mastery, which is a great part of our business, which every recruiter spends so much time helping their candidates on the interviewing process. So, Michael, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
hi, Judy. I am thrilled to be with you. My goodness, you're so joyful. So, my name's Michael Neece. I'm the CEO of Interview Mastery. And Interview Mastery got acquired by another company, a recruiting software company called BOMO, where I'm the Chief Product Officer. And interviewing has been a passion for me throughout my career. Started life out as an engineer, and then I realized as I went into recruiting that you can do everything right as a recruiter. You can do everything right, but if your candidate doesn't do well, you got to start all over again, and so do they. Let's see a couple of highlights. My kids think I became cool when I did a TED Talk. Yep, and I built Interview Mastery because I had all this wisdom and I was spending so much time prepping my candidates as a recruiter that I was looking for a way that I could just send them a link to an online e-learning video program that they could spend as much or as little time as they want to build their interview skills so that they can do well during an interview. And the whole premise is that, that it's simple. It has to be simple because if you're asking your candidate to do something complex in the most stressful event of their career, it's not going to work. So the principles are very simple. And, the bottom line is they worked. When I started, it was just me taking my wisdom and sharing it with all the people I came in contact with, whether they were my candidate or whether they were somebody that was referred to me. But now, after doing this for some 20 years and having 56,000 users in 75 countries, and I update Interview Mastery with all the time with feedback from recruiters and job seekers. And so Interview Mastery has grown into this reservoir of collective wisdom from thousands and thousands of people of their interview experience. So it's been quite a ride.
Well, and the first impressions mean so much, and you can only do it once. And so I know that is so stressful for a lot of people. I think it's like on the top three. I think it's a death, divorce, and getting a new job. So that is very stressful for anyone going through that process of changing such an important part of their life. And really, what a great accomplishment by helping so many people, go through that scary time. And can you tell us a little bit about the process that you have put together?
Oh, sure. So I had all of this when I was just trying to figure out how to organize all of this information. I said, I need to come up with a simple, memorable mental model, like an icon that would help somebody know, all right, here's the beginning of the interview. Here's what I got to do. Here's the middle, and here's the end, and here's what I got to do. And so I came up with this thing I call the Interview Mastery Model, which, it has things like, here's what you do in the beginning, here's the questions you ask at the end, and here's how you facilitate a conversation in the middle part of the interview. And what your goal is you just want to accurately communicate your experience. And recruiters sometimes will try and prep their candidates to do a lot of selling. They'll say, oh, this interview thing is a selling event, and nothing could be further from the truth. This is a communication event between two strangers who's going to talk for 45 minutes, and one of those strangers is tasked with making a judgment about the candidate's future job performance. And I don't know about you, but we're not very good about predicting the future. Just try and predict whether the stock market is going to go up or down tomorrow. And interviewers have just as challenging at a time. But what you can ask for, what you can try to accomplish is just to make sure that you communicate your stories, your structured stories about your experience and how that could benefit the hiring team.
Well, and I know recruiters spend a lot of time
Mm.
prepping candidates. And so that's valuable time out of their week. So that probably is helping recruiters really save on their most important commodity, which is their time.
Yes, and the recruiters will spend time prepping their candidates, but they'll also spend some time with people they can't help, that they can't place. And they're like, "Oh, can you just look at my resume? Oh, can you just tell me this?" And a recruiter a candidate who got referred to you is basically asking you for your time. It's much more valuable if you just send them login information to Interview Mastery, and the person that you can't help, you're never going to place, they get enormous value. So the recruiters are able to advance their brand, and it takes like 15 seconds to just send this new person that was referred to you that you're never going to place. You just send them the login information over text or an email. They will remember you. And I have recruiters that have told me many stories that have said, "Oh my God, I had this person that contacted me. I was never going to place them. I sent them login information, Interview Mastery. 6 months later, that person called me back and said, 'Jim, you couldn't place me 6 months ago, but now I landed in this senior marketing position and I'm looking to hire people and I want your help because you're the only recruiter who took the time to help me.'" So you don't know how long the tail of value is you can deliver unless you just, deliver a little value. And so
That's right. I think, delivering that value and being helpful to people always comes back. I think 10 times what you put in to helping someone else. Only good things can come from that. So,
yes.
well, I really appreciate it. I just want to say something a little bit about you. And when I was reading, and it said that you're an instrument rated pilot and that you love
Yes.
seaplanes. So, oh
Yes.
my gosh, is that exciting?
Yep. As an adult, I just had this innate desire to learn how to fly. I never knew that my father was a pilot in the Second World War until after I got my pilot's license, and we were going through some old photos. And we're like, "What is this? This is bad next to a little airplane." So I got my pilot's license, which is like, okay, now you can learn how to drive, but you get your instrument rating, and that keeps you safe flying in the clouds. So it's quite an accomplishment. It's like getting your master's degree in flying is what getting your instrument rating is. So,
well,
thanks for asking.
Great, and I love that your dad did it. So it was in your blood. It was something that you was part of you. So, but I really do appreciate you helping people. If somebody has a question, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, thanks for asking. The easiest way is just go to interviewmastery.com and click on Contact Me, and you'll just put you'll send a message to me and I'll call you back immediately.
Well, I certainly do appreciate it. And really, I hope everyone gives you a call and keeps you busy. It's probably just what you want. But and that very first step and how important it is in the interview process. So, Michael, thank you very much.
Oh, Judy, it was a joy to talk to you. Thank you.